nieces and nephews. Hi, welcome back to Auntie No's Kitchen. And to my new subscribers, I welcome you. Yes, Auntie is still on cloud 9 because, you know, like I said, I was doing my tradition today. So my son and daughter, it's a tradition that when they get together, I like to throw them a nice surf and turf fest. So I grilled some steaks, my husband included, but he does not eat seafood. Don't touch it. Comes nowhere near it. So I grilled some steaks on the grill. I did that, and I fried a couple of pieces of flounder for mother, of course. And so we're going to have some seared scallops, but I made put a little twist to them. Probably turn them into maybe a garlic butter scallop. Haven't decided yet, or you know, just some basic seasoning. But you know how Auntie is. You know, Auntie likes to go a little extra. We're gonna have some Cajun shrimp, and we're gonna have some baked snow crab legs and broiled butterfly lobster tails. So if you get Auntie a mom, we're gonna do a flip and a swip, and we're gonna get started. Okay, hold on. Okay, nieces and nephews, so what I've done, okay, let me show you my steaks. I got my steaks over here. I did them on the charcoal grill, so you see, look at these steaks, huh? All nice and tender. Yum yum. My little pooch back here, you know, look at that. Nice and tender steaks. And like I said, I did a couple of pieces of flounder. So I have one piece of that. So, you know, my son eats that too, with Katie Pot. Now we're gonna start on our scallops first. Now the thing about dealing with scallops, my good buddies, is that scallops are full of moisture. Okay, so you need to lay them out on paper towels, and then you put another paper towel on top of that to draw out the moisture. Draw out all that moisture out of there. You know, you press it down also. Okay, I'm going to throw my olive oil in here. And I'm putting a good amount of olive oil because I want my pan I want my pan hot. But this is not cooking olive oil, so it's not going to that's why I'm going to throw some butter in here. But I want to get this hot because I want a good sear. Okay? Now, what I've done, instead of me trying to, because I'm going to be doing a couple of things. Let me get my oven already started on 400 for my lobster tails and my crab legs. Have that on 400. I just melted down 2 sticks of butter so far. What I've done, and hold on, family. Oh, guys, I forgot. Let me show you this, what I found. Very interesting. This is a white sweet potato. I was at the market and I saw these, a white sweet potato. So I am so interested and excited to try that. So I have my scallops. I'm going to take them off these paper towels because they are dry. They're full of moisture. So I'm going to take them off these wet paper towels, and they can go onto this here plate. And so I'm going to take some butter and go ahead and put that in my oil because it's going to keep my oil also from burning. It's also, really they help out each other. They help out each other. One keeps the other from burning. And see, I want that. I'm going to keep that up there. And I'm going to just move this around in here. And I'm not worried about any seasonings right now. So I had this for the steak was in there, but that's okay. Just some goodness crumbs. That is quite all right. I want my pan super duper hot. Super duper hot. And see, I have these are large scallops. And so when I put these in the pan, you do not put them close together. You need to make sure that the scallops, make sure they are dry, my family. Make sure they're dry. And so my pan is nice and hot. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to get these down. And I'm going to be looking for my nice, beautiful brown on each side. Scallops aren't hard to cook. And this is a thin one. They called it large, but it's really quite thin. And you don't, make sure there's some space between them. Put that one down. When they like this, make sure you put the widest side down first. Put that over there so we have it. Okay, and I'm going to let these sear on, and I will flip them. And I have some corn on the cob with some red potatoes and yellow potatoes, the little baby ones called creamers, with some mini coblets going over here, and some water and butter. I'm not flavoring them with any seafood flavorings. They don't like that. So I'll be right back. You know, I think what I'm going to do with these, I'm just going to put on some fresh cracked black pepper on them. Because that butter is really going to give them some good flavor anyway. Put some fresh black pepper on them. We'll use some pink Himalayan salt. And then when I flip them, I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, okay? And see, this is what I mean. You see that pretty color? See that pretty color? And see, you know, they're not all are not going to brown at the same time. So some of them will sear at different times. You know, that's just it. That's just the nature of the beast. That's just the nature of it. And this little baby one over here, all by itself, it's gonna cook a little faster because it's the baby. And they smell really good. So you always, I check. Think about them. You always want to make sure you check them, because you don't want them burnt, right? You do not want your scallops burnt. You just want a beautiful golden color on each, a nice beautiful golden color, golden brown color on each side. That's just it. And I'm going to leave these alone. Okay, scallops are done. Can you see that? And you know they're done. You see how that fork just goes through them? You'll know, because when you stick your fork in them, they're going to be soft as a banana. That's how you know they're done. Even though, you know, that's why you don't cook them fast. You don't cook them too fast, because then they'll be cute and nice and pretty on the outside, but they'll be rubbery and tough on the inside. These are done because, as you can see, how that fork goes through them. And you can feel the texture of if you eat bananas, you'll know it's the texture of a banana when the fork goes through these. So the scallops are nice. Look at that little char on that one. You know, you'll know. So we're going to move these out the way. We're going to get started on our Cajun shrimp, okay? But no, first we're going to get the lobster tails and the crab legs in the oven, because they only take 20 minutes. Okay, so hold on, family. Okay, I have my lobster tails already butterfly. I would do how do you do this on another upload. So into this is all I have in here. I have some Old Bay seasoning. What's my Old Bay? I have my Old Bay seasoning. I have some Creole seasoning, some black pepper, and some paprika. And what I'm going to do is add a little bit of, just a little bit now. I'm going to add a little bit of MSG, just a tad. And the reason why, remember I said I just heated a whole entire 2 sticks of butter, because I'm going to be using a lot of butter. Instead of me trying to heat butter for each individual recipe, each individual seafood item. And I'm going to add a little bit of my crab oil. Gives it a good flavor. And you need a brush for this, and I'm going to get all this goodness all swirled together. And I added that, I put on rumble, stumbles, and crumbles. I went on and got all that goodness. You want to make sure this is all mixed up really, really good. And I want to get a good base on this. Good, really good base. I'm making a mess, huh? I don't care. Y'all know what I say. If you ain't making a mess, you ain't cooking, right? And I'm going to cook this in the oven for about 20 minutes. But what I'm going to do, I'm not going to put this in the oven. I'm going to put my crab legs and my lobster tails in the oven at the same time. And I'm reserving some of this because when these are done, I want to have some goodness to put on top of them, right? So I'm going to put this over here for now. And I'm going to put these to the side until they're ready to go in the oven. Like I said, there are no measurements to that. It's according to what your taste buds are. A little housekeeping. Change gloves. I touched the dish rag, so you know I don't want to do that. So now I'm going to start on my crab thing. You know you have so, I tell you, I'm so excited. Guys, have been waiting on this visit. Seemed like forever. Ooh, too much parsley. Let me take a little bit of that out. Right, that's plastic. You can use fresh parsley if you want to. You can use fresh parsley. Add my little peppercorns in here. Something about that fresh ground pepper. I'm not adding any salt because salt is already in all this other stuff. You know you want to cut down on your sodium sometimes, right? Right? Okay, I'm going to add my little butter here. All right, guys. Let's think of us. Like I said, you know, I got my little butter going. Gonna whiskey. Whiskey, a spoony. Get all that goodness together. You want to get all that in there. You want all that goodness in here. And the same thing, you add that little bit of Old Bay, a little bit of this shrimp crab oil. Gotta have that now. You know you gotta have that. Get all that goodness in here. Swirl that stuff around. Let's go get this pan. I don't have a whole lot of them now because they have so much going on. Gonna have so much going on that plate there, you know. I have so much, and I already washed them. And what I have a little brush that I scrub them with, get in all that dirt and little membranes off. And this one's on disability. See, he's on disability, so he's special. See, you see how clean they look? Look at how clean they are. And let me show you what I do, okay? But nice and clean. You don't want no dirty crab legs there. You got to get up in these crevices and get all of those nasty stuff out of there. Oh, I guess he on disability too. So, you know, let me show you what I did. Okay, you know, you want to get some of that goodness in there. So what I do, let me show you. Look, I cut it, snip it, and then I take my kitchen shears. I cut it, and I take my kitchen shears, and I run it up there so I can get some of this goodness down in this crab meat, right? And I know a lot of the fun is in using the crab claws and all that, you know. That's the other one, his little leg. Maybe I can surgically put it on. You know, I know all of that. You know, it's all in the fun of doing all of that. But, you know, hey, pour this little water out. Okay, so we're going to get our brush, because you need a brush for this. You need a brush. You can't be fooling around. You know, you need a brush, because you need to get on there now. Give them some love. Give the edges some love. You know, get in here, honey. You got to get on in now. Everybody get some love. Make sure you give everybody some love. Yeah, get some love on in this crab meat. You know, you get all that. That's why you got on gloves, so you can get on in there. You know, you can't be half-stepping on love and goodness. You can't half-step on that. You do that, you know, you don't do that. You want some good, you know, and get all that goodness in here. It's okay. And if you got to add a little more extra butter in there, that's what you do. That's what you do. That's what you do. Gotta add a little more extra butter. Everything better with butter. Butter is the staple of the South. Maybe that's why so many Southerners have cholesterol. Get on in here, honey. Get all this goodness in here. Look at that. Now, you know, y'all, you know it's looking good. Look at that. All that goodness. And I'm going to massage these babies. Like I said, you know, make sure you get all on the ends and get all some of this goodness in here. Yeah, you got to show your ends. You know, you want to get some goodness down in here. You want to get all that goodness in there, and you want to do all that stuff, right? So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to swirl this around with my hand, and I'm getting ready to go to town. Dude, get all some of that. Look at that. Throw that over there for a little housekeeping. No, you don't cover these up. You just lay them, let them be. As the song say, let it be, let it be. And see, that's why, you know, when you slit them, see, some of this goodness is going to drip down in there. All that goodness. Y'all see, I got juice flying everywhere. Got juice flying everywhere. Look at that. All right. Got that goodness in there. So now, I am going to pop this in the oven along with these lobster tails, and they will go in here for 20 minutes. And that will be it for these. That little baby dish. Gonna set my oven for 20 minutes. Ooh, hot. Hold on. All right, I got my butter in my pan. We're getting ready to work on our Cajun shrimp. And so I have that in the pan. Oh, let me get my garlic out of here. I don't know why I didn't have that set up. Ouch. So, you know, hey, it is what it is. I'm not perfect. Put me a little teaspoon, just a little bit of a teaspoon of garlic in here. And I'm going to just toss this around. Where you going? Okay. Then my shrimpity shrimp. They're dry. I'm going to get these shrimps in here. Get on in there. Get out of there. Little housekeeping. Now, don't cook shrimp fast, okay? You don't cook it fast. I'm going to get this all tossed around in this butter. Okay, I want it all tossed around in this butter. Get it all nice and coated with this butter. And this garlic flowing through there. Now, in here, I have some Creole seasoning. I have the same thing I put in here, Creole seasoning, some Old Bay, and I'm going to put some crushed red peppers in here also, and a little MSG. I have some garlic powder, some onion powder. Little MSG just enhances the flavor. It's used in a lot of Asian cooking. It's just going to enhance this flavor. And I'm going to throw my Old Bay in here. I mean my crab oil. Just a little bit of that. A little red pepper. Pepper. Little crushed. A little pepper. I'm going to throw in just a little bit of crushed red pepper flakes. Give it just a little bit of heat. And we're going to toss these babies around. And we're going to leave them alone. Okay? All right, nieces and nephews. Our Cajun shrimp is done. Oh, you can smell the heat. So you know mother won't be touching this. So I'm going to get this and get this up in a bowl for the villagers. No, the auntie won't be fooling with this. Get these up, get this up in a nice, in a bowl for them. Look at that. See them pepper flakes, definitely can smell the heat. Opening up the sinuses. So that's that. All right, guys. I have the corn and the potatoes are done. I have their fish and their steak is done. We have the shrimps. The Cajun shrimps are done. I have the seared scallops. And I'm going to put their crab legs on. And the each one of them has their own little pan, handy dandy pan here. So, but before I always give him the biggest chunks. You know, before I put them on there, I'll give them a little brush, little handy dandy brush of seasoning. Handy dandy brush. Some good seasoning. Hers over there. Give her a little one. Her appetite hasn't been that great lately. The seasoning here. The seasoning. I'm going to take some of that goodness. Look at, yum, 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 yum. That little amputee. I don't think nothing in there. But I'm going to throw it over there. We should never do. Ooh, I'm making a mess. Some of that goodness out of here. Never know. Get some of that goodness on here. Base a little bit of that goodness. And I can throw this out. Throw that over there for the housekeeping. Now let's bring our lobster tails out of the oven. Okay, hold on, family. Here are our beautiful lobster tails. Let me get that up closer for you. Here they are. I brushed on a little goodness, some extra goodness on there. See if I got a little bit left. Okay, I'm gonna put these in there. Each, like I said, each one of them has their own pan of goodness. I'm gonna move this out the way, put this over here with these titers, so I can have some room for these lobster tails. I look so forward to doing this, guys. You have no idea. This is something that I look forward to doing because they are seafood lovers, and it's been a tradition ever since he left home. I tell you, honey, ever since he left home, moved away out of state, whenever he comes home, you know, this is something that we started some years ago, and it's just something that we have always just kept up. This is their own little thing that they like to do. Throw some shrimps on here, and they don't eat it all. They don't have to eat it all tonight. You know, that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of it. Throw some shrimp. He get most of them. I'm not gonna eat any of them. They're just too much of a kick for me. Try to give him an even amount, but he gets most of them because, like I said, they're too much of a kick for mother. Throw that over there for the housekeeping. I'm gonna add some scallops. Add a few scallops on here. Give her a few scallops. Yeah, my son is 6'5", guys. So he's a hearty man. He's always had a good appetite. He's a hearty man. Okay, and I have their steaks. And so I didn't want their steaks to taste like fish. So what I did, I wrapped their steaks, but unfortunately, I guess I'm gonna have to unwrap one. You know, I unwrap one, and so we can see what we got working over here. We got some steak. How about that? We got some steak going on with some. Got some steak going on here. She likes hers medium rare. You can see, goodness gracious, mother. Goodness gracious, that she loves that medium rare, guys. Medium rare. And we got this fried flounder. I started to throw some hush puppies on there, but then I changed my mind. Throw that over there so we can just see all this goodness around here. Just throw some fish over there. So here we are for my babies. Yes, no matter how old they are, they're 20 and 35, but they are still my babies. So here we are. I have been waiting on to do this, you know, since he arrived yesterday. So here it is. Yum, yum, yum. This is their surf and turf. And hold on one second. You guys see, you know, I told you I love to entertain. So, you know, my theme party. So these are leftover from my surf and turf. Everything is always prepackaged for my guests, you know, for sanitary purposes. I'm telling you, the OCD kicks in. So in my little kit, I have it's called my little seafood kit. I will have the cracker, the sheller, the seafood fork, the bib, and 3 hand whites. And I have a pack of gloves. So, you know, your hands won't smell like seafood. So I have these for them. So they'll probably eating this together, watching the movie, and just having some good old sibling time. And mother will be relishing in hearing them laughs and giggles, okay? So, hold on, guys. Thank you for hanging out with me. I hope you this gives you a good idea, you know, for the upcoming holidays. You know, seafood, it ain't cheap. So, you know, like I said, I have been preparing for this for a month. So I'm glad I was able to execute this. Well, I was going to execute it regardless because it was for my babies. So this is her little bitty tray. So hold on, my family. So thank you again, guys. If you please, you'll hit that like and subscribe button. For my people that are just running through, you're not subscribed, we're welcome to subscribe. You can choose to, but if you hit that like button, I really would appreciate it. And you can share. You know I love to share. Again, thank you guys for hanging out. I appreciate all of your love and support. I appreciate all of your love and support. Rumbles and stumbles and crumbles. Just keep moving. So you see, I have my little seafood apron. I'm all good to go. Okay, guys. Until the next upload, which I will see you. It won't be a little delay, but you know, guys, when I disappear, you know it's rumble, stumbles, crumbles. But anyway, again, hugs and kisses to each of you. Love you guys. Until the next time. See you later. Bye.